These two brothers and entrepreneurs started a restaurant in their 20s, and I had the opportunity to talk to one of them about many different things. We were able to get a quick preview of the whole restaurant, and we were able to talk about how they stayed positive throughout the trials of owning a restaurant. We also talked about things like overcoming failure, the mindset needed to achieve things in life, and most importantly, at the very end of the video, he dropped a few gems that could really help change somebody's mindset that's looking to go into business. What's up, you guys? My name is Adrian. I'm a social media manager, and today I had an opportunity to have a sit down with not only one of my best friends, but one of the top producing clients that I have. We've had numerous successful videos for he and his brother's restaurant, such as these, and we're gonna continue to have a lot more, and it's been so awesome seeing them grow and seeing some amazing things. And in this series, we're gonna be talking with creators, business owners, and just cool people in general, and we're gonna pick their brains and see how they've been able to be inspired, how they've been able to overcome trials in their life. I don't have a full name for this, but I'm thinking about the Monday meeting. If you guys can come up with a cool name, I think that'd be even cooler. So go ahead and drop some name ideas down below. I'm gonna be dropping these type of videos every single Monday, and I'll be dropping other type of videos that are kind of just more solo content throughout the week, more specifically on Thursdays. Make sure you guys subscribe if you guys find any value out of this, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Oasis Mexican Restaurant was founded in August through September of 2022. It was founded by two brothers, Adrian and Christian Avila, and the progress that they've been able to make has just been outstanding. They started from a small room like this into acquiring another space and building out a beautiful restaurant that now currently looks like this. Not only that, they started by serving just food, and now they're on to food, beverages, and they're really focused in on dining as well. They've grown from a carry-out taco shop into a full-blown Mexican bar and birria restaurant. Let's get right into the video, starting by the tour through Oasis.
What's up, everybody? This is Adrian from Oasis Mexican Restaurant, co-owner. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of what goes down here at the restaurant, so come up with me. So this is where the magic happens. We're here in a bar area. You got all your bottles on this side right here. We got a couple of mixers. You got the full kitchen. Saluda a la cámara. I know right now pop-ups are very, very popular. So we try to stay festive. We try to, really have the customers experience the full holiday with us here. Because sometimes at home, a lot of people don't get that full experience. You got the ornaments, the Christmas trees hanging from the ceiling, extra lights.
It seems super cool to have a restaurant and to be doing the things that you're doing, but I feel like obviously something that seems super cool isn't always gonna be the most easy, right? You just got your liquor license. You just got everything. Congratulations on it. I just gotta say that, because that's huge, obviously.
Thank you.
What's been your biggest hurdle throughout this whole process, with the liquor license and stuff like that?
I feel like, with the restaurant, there's so many hurdles, but one hurdle with the liquor was probably just learning how to also make every single drink. Aside of just hiring a bartender, you should also learn how to make everything. Treat it as if you're the bartender, just in case your bartender doesn't come in or calls off or whatever the case is. You're ready to step up, especially if it's busy and they need extra help. You just gotta be ready to hop right in, know every single type of liquor, know what to mix with what, how to mix it, the different types, and I still have a lot to learn still. But I think for the most part, I have mastered our menu, so I think it's pretty solid so far for the 2 weeks in.
Dude, that's awesome, man. What you making today?
Today I can make I'm really craving a mango margarita. Oof. What's your favorite flavor margarita?
You know what? I have done the classic. I've done the mango, so I'm gonna try the strawberry.
Strawberry?
Yeah, strawberry.
Let's do it.
For reference, we gotta appreciate my man here because he's doing this after hours.
Working after hours is always good too. It's never a bad thing to work after hours. People treat it as if it's a bad thing. But a lot of your improvement is done after hours, because during working hours, you're worried about customers, the kitchen, call-offs, regular bullshit that a business owner would deal with on a day-to-day basis, bills, et cetera, et cetera. There's gonna be the mango for me. A lot of people think that going into any sort of business, whether it's a restaurant or anything, it's gonna be better than your average 9 to 5, and it's not, because your average 9 to 5 will give you time to, quote unquote, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your holidays, get a call off, and be okay. Like, as a business owner, that's all gone.
That's the most interesting part of the whole business, is that people don't see that side. I feel like people don't appreciate that side of where you're working and you can't even take a day off, because a day off can cost you a lot more, especially in a restaurant. I can't imagine where you need staff.
The craziest part about the whole thing is that that's just the restaurant business, especially when you have multiple businesses, then you're really screwed.
How do you stay positive when things aren't the best of months? What do you do to stay positive?
For me, one of the biggest things on staying positive is obviously having a brother. I think that, or having a partner in business.
Yeah.
Because on your off days, you know, he can have an on day. Or if you're both on top of it, you're getting further. If you're both having bad days, then you're both having just a bad day. But for the most part, it's always one up, one down, positive and a negative. One's like striving one day and the other one's down, or whatever the case is. But having someone that helps you on a day off is probably the most powerful thing in business, I think.
That's awesome. What does it take to mentally bear the fact that some days, and it may be even a few days in a row, you lose money? What do you do to keep your mentality strong throughout that?
I think basically stress tolerance isn't built up at once, so you're born with it. I think it's over time. We ran one business together at one point.
Yeah.
And that was just a test of that, you know? And then I have another business that I'm continuing to run, which continuous stress, because being a business isn't fun whatsoever. It's fun for the world. It's fun maybe when you're like repping it, because you got to proudly rep your brand.
Yeah.
But it's a bunch of bullshit in reality. You know, having your own business does come with, you know, there's pros and cons to everything. But I think the stress tolerance thing, you got to really build up to it. You know, I'm 26 now, and I've gone through several businesses, plenty of ideas, endless amount of ideas, and going well, you know, maybe it does go well, and ups and downs and a lot of money, and then, you know, you're down a lot of money. So it's just, I feel like over time you really build that, and I feel like I'm at a point right now where if you hit me with some bullshit, I could really not care, honestly, because I've been hit with that bullshit before. Obviously, depending on the caliber of, you know, the bullshit, but I feel like if it's not that bad and I can like understand that in the moment, then there's no reason to stress about it, you know?
Absolutely. One thing that you do so well, you could tell by the whole ambiance, is that you just have such creativity, like such a vision for what you're doing with the business and the company. What inspires that creativity?
I think to start, I don't want to take all the credit for it. My brother is my co-partner doing all this with the restaurant, so I really want to bring him up. But we just back-to-back ideas. We always see a bunch of stuff on social media, and we kind of think like, why can't that be us?
Going back a little bit in time, the Dutch days, right? Were you working harder then than you are now, or like what was that? Because I remember, dude, you used to put up like 12-hour days religiously.
I feel like Dutch farms, they were 12 hours, 14-hour shifts, super long days.
Yeah.
And I didn't enjoy them. I look back now and I enjoy them.
Yeah.
You know, thinking back to it, but it was a lot of hard work. And, you know, that wasn't, I feel like, an average 9 to 5. It was freaking all day, every day. You know, it wasn't your regular job. I worked all throughout COVID. Starting this restaurant, you know, you would think you'd work less and you work for yourself, but at the end of the day, I feel like I still even work more here than even the Dutch Farms days.
Wow. Yeah.
But not physically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So mentally, you know, you have a lot of stuff that you got to take care of, from managing and making sure all items are in. But, you know, I feel like physically I don't work as hard as Dutch Farms days, but mentally I do. Like I always have to be on 10, you know, not only because this is the only business I run, you know, I have multiple others.
You have many different teams, and obviously when it comes to Oasis, you and your brother Chris, the co-owner, you guys just work in sync all the time. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of people can't do what you and your brother can do, which is work so well in sync. How do you guys work so well together?
I mean, it's not all like amazing, you know, from the outside in.
Sure,
you know, we always, you know, sometimes we'll bump heads, and you know, we'll be like, yo, you know, you're working more, or I'm working more than you. Like, you know, do you plan on doing this? Or he'll expect me to do something, and maybe I don't do it, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But, you know, as brothers, I feel like we'll always come to, you know, terms and always be able to knock anything out that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Whether he has to do it or I have to do it. You know, getting in arguments isn't a real thing at this age anymore, unless it's someone that truly shouldn't be in your circle, you know?
Yeah. You go to a place like this and you see two people work so well together. And my question for that is, do you feel like that contributes to a factor as to why you guys are able to achieve so much? Because you guys work so fluid together in most cases.
I think so, 1,000%. Because before we started a business together, well, for example, the restaurant, because we've had ideas since we were kids.
Oh yeah.
Bunch of businesses, whatever, failed ones. In the restaurant, I feel like, you know, if we were to not have even a solid relationship before, then we'd kind of already suspect like, yo, this might not work out, you know?
Yeah.
But for the most part, we're 100%, always having a good time, never upset at each other, and even if we are, by the next day, not even by the next few hours, like, we're straight, so.
This is something I like to bring up too. You mentioned a lot of failures and stuff like that. When somebody sees a business, a lot of people, they only see the good part. They don't actually take their time to look into what went wrong at times. Can you explain like how many times you had to fail just to even get to this point?
You could fail your whole entire life and you have just that 1 year where everything just takes off. And
Yeah.
I think, I'm big on that because, I've had failing years after failing years after failing years. And I've had that year that gave me strength. Not all the strength in the world, because I still, expect another year that lifts me up even more. It's endless, but I think that failing your way to success is amazing because you don't get anything given to you. So you're relentless. If something goes wrong, you take care of it. There's no such thing as me and my brother getting upset and fighting or arguing over something when we haven't even achieved anything. There's nothing to fight about at this level. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's so much more to strive for and hopefully win one day, to be worried about any kind of problem in the moment. I think failing to me is like learning. It's the same word. I think of the word failure and I see the word learning. Well, we've had our recipe book, mastered it, redid it, saw what was wrong, remastered it, saw what was wrong, remastered it, saw what was wrong, remastered it every single time. And that's not only with the restaurant, but with the studio we did that.
I think it's just very interesting. I think it's a lot of things that people don't see from the outside looking in. You just see the beautiful part. People see you make a mistake. People think, oh, okay, they brush it off. No, there's been so many mistakes that I've made on my own end. I have to understand that a mistake is just a mistake. There's nothing I can do to fix that, right?
Learning material.
I just have to try to be better, and I have to try to do what I can to make the best out of the current situation that we have. And I care more about what the mistakes I made for you, the client, than I care about the mistakes I make for myself, because the ones I make for myself, I know, all right, cool, I gotta move on. But for the client, you just gotta keep going from that point.
I feel like that's why it's called your business, because it's your business.
Oh,
you'll only know.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's a clip right there. I like that.
Literally.
Say that again, your business.
It's your business, and that means that only you understand it. And it's for you.
I like that. That's a good clip. It kind of brings me to the last point I wanted to talk about, because this has been a great conversation. What is the major points that you would give to somebody that's trying to start a business? What's your best advice for these people? Because I think you can drop some gems for them.
I think thinking bigger.
I love that.
Thinking bigger, because you could think that you're doing so well and you're doing things at your pace, and you don't think someone else is already doing that, but someone already made $1 million off of what you want to do like that. You think you're working fast while someone's working twice as hard as you in the same 24 hours, not sleeping, or even within the same hours that you're up, just working faster than you and getting things done through connections or whatever it is. But thinking bigger ultimately, because someone will always just be doing it bigger than you. When I was younger, I thought I had an open mind because I was in the business realm, but someone's always got it bigger. And until someone kind of presents that, or you talk to someone that is above you, ahead of you in life, more successful, they could give you gems because they're thinking outside of even what you could even think of.
Man, I appreciate you for taking us after hours. And this is a great talk. And
thank you, my boy.
Again, this is Adrian with Oasis and his brother Chris. They are the two owners, and man, they've been killing it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys found some gems, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like this video, and check out his socials. We got them tagged up there. We got Oasis tagged, and we're gonna tag Chris in here. See you guys. Peace.